I'm Laura, staff writer at GovCIO Media Research. Today I'm joined by Jonathan Plante, Senior Strategy for Cloud, Hardware, and Software at GSA. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about cloud acquisition. How do you see it evolving over the next few years?
The next few years. So probably just the next 6 to 12 months. Let's focus on that probably a little bit. So on the acquisition side, we definitely have a mandate to consolidate the acquisition vehicles across the government. So we've already seen that already happening. GSA is going to be the powerhouse in the room, so to say, on that one. That's our expertise. That's our agency mission, is acquisitions. So we'll be looking to consolidate other agencies' requirements into our vehicles, specifically like the GSA multiple award schedule, and then our GWACs being Alliant, Polaris, VETS, and STARS. And then really working with agencies to bring them on board and aligning with that consolidation, aligning with the terms and conditions across government, and then also making sure the government is procuring using the power of the government. So that's going to be big. The other big thing is going to be the visibility and transparency in acquisitions. We've seen a lot of effort in that as far as efficiency and cost. So we're looking to see that transparency flow through as we're buying items, especially like software licenses and subscriptions, seeing that transparency so that the CIO and the chief financial officer can see what the budgets and costs are. Cybersecurity is going to be a big one. That's a big topic. Asset management, seeing what we have in our inventory, and then also operational, the portability, interoperability, especially for IT contracts. As we just started, acquisition 6 to 12 months, 18 months, 36 months, that's the evolving landscape. Same thing there around cybersecurity. That is a major evolving area, especially with AI and the speed. And then you've got the technical area now with post-quantum cryptography, and really look at government looking to modernize how we do our encryption and decryption and securing that for the next evolution of technology being quantum.
So looking at the speed at which acquisition is evolving, what are some questions government leaders should ask before finalizing their cloud requirements?
So a lot of questions, always ask questions. That's the biggest thing. But the big ones around like acquisitions, does the current acquisition align with like your IT architecture? You're going to modernize. Does it fit in? Does it fit into your business processes, your operations, those that are going to use the tools, your customers? Does it align in that aspect? And then definitely, again, bring back to cybersecurity. What's your architecture there? The data security, the transmission security, really aligning to also those same principles that we've going now for last decade around zero trust architecture. Really, again, driving into that and leveraging the new solutions, the new capabilities that are coming out that the acquisition workforce is starting to apply, and make sure that's there. On the business side, are you modernizing or are you replacing? And what are your current capabilities? If you're replacing, look at it as a new opportunity to do new requirements, new capabilities. If you're modernizing, see how far you can stretch those. What are realistic goals, the objectives and thresholds, see where you can get. On the technical side, since we are so integrated now in this day and age, is it going to meet your operational and your integration and your interoperability, especially around cloud and IT? Can I move my data from one cloud provider to the next? Can I move at speed in order to leverage the new capabilities? Because as we're seeing with technology, what's current today, tomorrow may not be, or there may be a new best of breed, a new champion that you want to migrate to and leverage their capabilities. And then we just have those that we are always going to be staples that are in our ecosystem, and how we can leverage those the most efficient and economical way.
But on the industry side, what should industry leaders consider before recompeting?
So the biggest thing we want to look for is, are you defining your requirements, your needs at a level that is, one, vendor agnostic? Because again, you're looking for what the marketplace can bring. That marketplace may exist of those that have been here 50, 60 years. It could be new companies that just materialized in the last 12 months, or even with the last 3 months with a new and great product. So you definitely got to be looking across the entire marketplace, looking what is evolving, doing that market research, coming to events like this, meeting the vendors, meeting our other customers, in our case, or our colleagues, and saying, hey, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked. That communication is key. Cybersecurity is a big thing. We're starting to look at supply chain, where things are coming from, especially on the hardware side. Also looking on the software side, what's the pedigree of the software? Was it written and is it documented well? Do we know the source, or was it manufactured in Russia or written in Russia? We want to know where that stuff comes from. So that's coming in. And then again, look at your operational needs. We have the whole acronym DevSecOps. Bring in your security and your operations team early, making sure it works. Talk to your customers. What may work for you as a techie may not work for someone in the business office. So you make sure that you align with that way. And then on the technical side, look at your roadmap. As we said, tech is evolving very quickly, so it's hard to keep a roadmap for 10 years, but at least have some idea of where you want to go. That roadmap will help you plan. Look at what you need to modernize. What are your key priorities? And then, in some respects, limit the noise. That's follow the yellow brick road, as they say. Maybe a little detours, but that will be your guiding path on where you want to go down the path.
Right. So because it's one of the hottest topics in tech right now, what role does AI play in the acquisition process?
So AI, this is, as everyone is starting to identify, again, new use cases as the technology is maturing. We're using it at GSA to do market research. We're using it to do analytics on pricing, both commercial pricing and in-house government pricing. We're using it to look at performance standards and specifications. We're also looking for data mining. What capabilities are in our database that vendors have on their catalogs? I'm one person. I do not have the capacity of AI to scan at speed. So really being able to go in and I have X need. Hey, scan the database. Tell me what tools are flagged that could support that, and then taking that as that kind of bridge into let me go research and see if that will fit my needs. So we're using it for that. We're looking for in both costs and post-award management of costs. So am I leveraging the licenses I bought? Am I not? Is there a more efficient way, especially in cloud? Hey, do I really need to be on that really expensive GPU? Or can I be on a smaller server because I'm just doing chat or email, not Bitcoin mining or AI that might need to be on higher end? So getting that on-the-fly real-time analysis of saying, hey, if you move to other services, you can save some costs with no impact on performance. Again, performance is always the key. Are you meeting your mission objective? But sometimes there's a cheaper way of doing it, and sometimes you just look at those. And then as we evolve and as the data quality gets better, as far as it's intuitive and it's understanding the context, and as we get through and stabilize all the changes in acquisition, there's a generational change in acquisitions as far as that goes. As the tools learn the new policies and we understand them better and how to implement them and leverage a lot of the new capabilities we've gotten, that will help us then evolve our acquisitions and our strategies and how we also engage with industry and we execute.
Jonathan, that's been a wealth of information. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.